Make the big announcement with Elon Musk at 6 o'clock tonight on Twitter Spaces.
Right.
What the heck is Twitter Spaces?
I wish I knew more about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think he's trying to make it
Sounds
bigger,
like a video
right?
function.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we've
There's
heard
a
that
button
they want to do
somewhere.
some streaming and some podcasts and that kind of thing. I think it's fascinating that they're using social media as a way to announce a presidency.
Yeah.
I've never seen it happen before.
And I think it's great for Twitter.
Fascinating. Been pretty sad. I mean, come on, they nailed it at first, then they tried to pull it back a little bit. Their first reaction to this was really the right one. And the most recent news this morning, Ron DeSantis has filed the paperwork to run for president. We knew that this was coming. This is of no surprise, these headlines. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis files paperwork to run for president. And his next step, DeSantis set to announce 2024 run on Twitter with Elon Musk, adding a twist to the beginning of his presidential campaign. The Florida governor is expected to appear on a live audio conversation. So much courage. You're not even prepared to show his face with Mr. Musk, the social platform's owner, on Wednesday evening. That is tonight. So if you are bored as hell and you have nothing else to do, go ahead and tune into Twitter Spaces to hear all the madness that I can imagine is going to happen. The event on Twitter Spaces, which is planned for 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, injects a level of risk into a rollout that is expected to be carefully scripted and ensures that Mr. DeSantis's first impression as a presidential candidate will be aligning himself with Mr. Musk, an eccentric businessman who has ranked at times as the world's richest man. Put Francesca up.
We know him.
Yeah, please. And keep that up. Yeah, thank you. Come on, Francesca, really carefully scripted so that our first introduction, this is not our first introduction to this dude.
It's gonna, first of all, it's gonna still sound terrible. I don't care how scripted his announcement will be. It'll be bad. Like someone without any like charisma or ability to sound sincere at all. Like the only thing worse than them just sort of talking is adding a script for them to follow, right? Like it's like, this will be terrible. And also I love that it's going to be just audio in the year 2023. Twitter Spaces existed for like, I don't know, 5-6 years at this point. Like it was kind of weird then. It's still not a great idea now, but like you're literally gonna do this on audio with people just chiming in. It's not gonna work for Elon, and it's certainly not gonna work for DeSantis. And I think it's so funny that Fox and Friends' reaction of like, oh, I think it's fascinating. Yeah. What is this social media you speak of? If they were to say, we're going live on Facebook to announce it, everyone understands that, right? Like, because Facebook is way more widely used. It's like, all right, interesting decision, and then they went ahead. But like, to do it on the most obscure platform, on the most obscure function of the most obscure platform that people are, leaving like rats on a sinking ship. I mean, Senator, this is only indicative of what DeSantis's presidential candidacy will be like.
Yep, it is. And the man just lacks courage. It's not gonna have any pizzazz. It's all audio, not even visual. And the launch will, tie him forever to this billionaire, and in my opinion, show how out of touch that he really, really is. And this, the event on Twitter Spaces, which is planned for 6 p.m. Eastern. Let me repeat that. But come on, folks. I think I put it best when I said this, my stunt double. Nothing says in touch with the average American than launching your campaign with the richest man in the world. I mean, really. This is what this dude is doing, because he really got nothing. I mean, Donald Trump is beating him right now in the polls like he stole something. Both of them are horrible, and DeSantis is even worse than that. I mean, really dangerous man. And Joe Walsh said it pretty well too. Let's take a look at what former Congressman Joe Walsh put out there. You announce your run for president on a social media platform where nobody can see you? Dude, I had to throw that in there. They can only hear you, and you announce it with the wealthiest person on the planet holding your hand. I suppose it's just perfect for a candidate who's lacking in people skills. Oh, Congressman Joe Walsh, man, you really stuck it to him. Yeah, you did. But the polling doesn't look great for Governor DeSantis per this morning's consult poll. And he gets a tracking poll out there, and the man not doing well. President Donald J. Trump, as I mentioned before, and we've talked about other polls on this show. The polling is showing that President Donald J. Trump is trouncing this dude. Trump posts 38-point lead before DeSantis' 2024 announcement. And I don't know why the heck he thinks that announcing his candidacy on Twitter Spaces of all places, is gonna help him with this.
We know CNN would have given you the town hall. Come on, they'll give anybody a town hall.
Ouch. Ouch.
I mean, I'm throwing shit. I know you can, because occasionally, they do us a favor and have Senator on.
They do have, one of the few networks that will have a progressive, like a freedom fighting progressive, not just any.
Yes.
Progressive.
No, and I
look,
keep on booking her, but I'm just gonna say that it's just so funny to me that also, can we just be honest? Elon Musk also has no people skills. He also is an uncharismatic boob. No disrespect to boobs. But like this guy it's just like, what happens? Do they cancel each other out and create like one sort of like mega droid or someone completely, like, is it just ChatGPT at that point? Or do they do they combine to be like the normal charisma of like a regular person? I don't know, who's like just a normal 14-year-old boy. Is that what happens when they get together? So I'm very curious how the science behind this works.
Well, we will see. We will get all the reports we need on Twitter about how this went down. And I'm telling Francesca, to insult the 14-year-old boys. I know you meant no harm, but the two of them together couldn't even measure up to a 14-year-old boy at all. They just don't have it.